What's up, everybody? I'm David,
And I'm Matt.
and welcome to...
They're kicking it with the THF family.
That's right, baby. We're at the Horror Family store. It has been 1 year since our last interview.
Crazy. It's crazy.
So much has happened. So much like last time, I'm going to interview Matt, and I'm going to show you around this beautiful place. This is the best place to be.
I think so. We're going to have some fun today.
Let's get in it. First question is, what challenges have you overcome throughout this first year?
So I think our biggest challenge is obviously going from the small shop to the big shop as quick as we did, right?
Yeah, it was definitely quick.
It was quick. So the goal with doing that is obviously reaching more people, getting more eyes on the business, and our website growing and cranking.
Website is live, everybody.
Because, I mean, a challenge, let's just be honest to the people, we're doing horror and sci-fi year-round. And for a lot of us, it's great. It's a lifestyle. But, you know, it's trying to grab them people, right? And wherever they are and support the website, which helps us keep the lights on, of course, and keep the place
The lights
fun.
sure are on.
The lights are on.
Always.
The lights are definitely on. And, you know, keep the place fun. Like, even me coming here every day, you know, you see all the nice displays and it kind of feels repetitive, right? It's like, all right, cool, you get used to it. So I'm always trying to bring in new stuff and keep it fresh and change things around in here. If you notice, I'm sure we're going to do the walkthrough. You know, but there's a lot of different things in here now. And
especially since last time, like,
right?
This is a completely different place now.
Yeah, and I think you guys are going to notice that when the walkthrough happens. But we added so much. And that's always the goal is to keep it fresh for people coming in, especially the repetitive people, right? The regular customers. You never want this place to kind of feel like, all right, it's the same two-step. So yeah, them are some of the hurdles, man. It's growing the website, getting more eyes on the business, keeping the place fun for, you know, the people to drive down here and spend their time in here. And yeah, I feel like that as of right now has been our biggest challenge, is growing our following, and keeping the place fun for everybody, and obviously having all the new hot stuff that comes out, you know?
Stuff is definitely hot here. You guys will see in a minute.
Yeah, thank you, man. That means a lot coming from you.
Of course.
Big D money.
Big D
Can
money.
they see the hat? I don't know if they can see the hat. You might have to look down.
Big D money. I had it
embroidered. You know?
Next question. If you could have a conversation with yourself from a year ago, what advice would you give?
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Meaning,
that's a good one.
And what I mean by that is appreciating what we have right now and kind of how it looks right now, instead of always wanting more as fast as I do, because it's pretty hard to say, you know, we throw in all this new stuff and I'm so thankful to have it all, but it's always like, all right, we got to add more. We got to add more. We got to add more. Patience and just pretty much enjoy everything, right? And appreciate where we are right now.
Sit back and smell the
flowers. A lot of people, I feel, no matter what career you're in or what you have, I feel like we don't do that, right? It's always, well, especially me.
Go.
Yeah, it's
what's
just
the next big thing.
Yes, less. Like, for example, like, you know, we just added Megan, who's behind David,
and Coraline,
which is behind me. And before I can even appreciate the new displays, it's always like, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next? So if I can go back to a year ago, I would pretty much tell myself to just slow it down, have patience, breathe, enjoy everything that's going on right now, right? Like, I'm owning a horror store. It's bigger. It's pretty much, I think, one of the biggest in the East Coast, I feel, size-wise.
I think so.
Like there's definitely obviously bigger spots than us, but we're definitely one of them.
I think this all came within a year.
Like it's only been a year in the big space. It's happened
fast. It's snowballed so fast.
So to answer the question more directly, just patience with everything. Have more patience with your moves, and just enjoy the process of building the shop instead of just wanting to jump steps just to go from, all right, we got this, we have this, we got this, we got this. Like, let's appreciate that a little bit. Let's let that marinate, and then we can slowly grow with the brand instead of trying to force everything so fast.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, that's what I would tell myself. I'm still working on patience. You know.
Up next is your favorite item for sale right now.
Favorite item for sale. It's gonna be the Rob Zombie 1/6 scale Michael Myers figures from Chicken Tree Studios. I'm a big Michael fan. People
You
feel,
remember from the last interview, he loves Mike.
yeah, that's my top. That's the top dog in horror to me. But people feel the way they want about the Rob Zombie films. But Michael was huge. What was he, 7 feet in that? Like, Tyler
Yeah.
Maine's huge, menacing. He looked great, I think, regardless of what you feel about the movie. But the figures are amazing. I've been waiting for them for a long time.
Next one is easy. What is the most expensive item for sale right now?
We have the replica Nightmare on Elm Street gloves in shop.
Yes.
I mean, we have a couple 1/6 scales that are around that price range too. Usually, we have the life size Chucky's, Billy dolls, and all that good stuff.
And
But we're
those are like hot. Those
yeah,
go so fast here.
so we're out of stock. But we get them in.
What do you think I get on my stuff?
So right now, since they're not in, I would say the Nightmare on Elm Street glove, which retails for about $225 right now, and we also have a couple 1/6 scale figures that are around that $200 price range. When the life size dolls come back in, they push $500-$600,
They
and
go quick.
then if we ever get an autographed item or something. But right now, Nightmare on Elm Street.
The next question is kind of a double feature in
Yeah.
one.
You got two for me?
I got 2 in 1 right now.
All right.
What is your favorite item not for sale, and what is your favorite display? That's
Okay.
obviously not for sale.
Okay, so for those who've watched our first interview, we literally got this display the very next day,
Yeah.
right before opening. And honestly, it's still my favorite. We have a 9-foot Velociraptor in the shop, which
Does
even
not bite.
it does not bite. I mean, it does have an arm or something in the mouth.
Ooh, it does.
But it's hard because we have so many displays, but it's still probably my top. But I love this guy as well, which I'm sure you'll see
Jack,
later
yeah,
in the video.
you'll definitely see him.
I
That
love
took
him.
a while to get.
So between them two, I would say, as far as displays, my favorite item in the shop, you should know. We were just together,
went
right?
together.
We just went together.
Unfortunately, we weren't in the same room because they split us up. But
we're talking a 5-hour drive, guys. We're talking a
There,
6-hour wait time. Coolest guy though. When you meet him, coolest guy. But we have a new deluxe Billy the Puppet talking doll signed by Tobin Bell. 82 years old, amazing guy, Jigsaw himself. So that's definitely my favorite item in the shop, for sure.
And if you definitely want to see an unboxing, check out Doc Red because I actually purchased that.
You did?
I purchased one and I unboxed it, so
Sick item.
check it out. We're winding down. This
Winding
is the
down.
second to last. And the question for you, sir.
I'm green set.
Yeah, there you go. This is new merch coming.
Yes, it is.
We'll talk about that towards the end, though. The question is, what do you hope to accomplish for year 2?
All right, so I'm going to touch on our first interview again. Because if those that remember in the first interview, we said a goal for the store would be either multiple locations or just one bigger location. And I feel this is either going to be our last year in this current location to where we move to a bigger spot.
Now we've talked about this privately, and
We have.
there are good things coming.
We are gonna finish this year here, no question. But still coming up on year 2, I don't know if I want to keep this location and go do another one somewhere in another city and have 2, or pack this up, go a little bit bigger somewhere with a parking lot and just go bigger with one location. I will touch on that as well. This is a little aside from the horror, but in here we are opening a second room.
Yep.
It's called the Villainverse. That's going to be catered to pretty much the villains that are not really horror, if you will,
like comic movies.
Yeah, like you know, we got Magneto in there, the Joker in there, Darth Vader
DC,
in there,
Marvel, all that good stuff.
Now that has a schedule of opening. We've got some Transformers in there too. We're gonna do anti-heroes too. It's gonna be a fun room. Pretty much get people, you know, through the doors. But yeah, that's scheduled to open in June. That could change. That could go into July. It's taken a little bit more time than I thought.
And keep in mind, when that does open, there will be a full video tour, and I will be doing it.
Absolutely, 100%. Only
gotta be the first. I gotta get there
only the But yeah, for year 2, the biggest step we're gonna take is either 2 locations for sure, or 1 bigger location, and we do need a parking lot. So.
This is it. The final question.
We're at the end already?
We are at the end. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's a fact.
And when you're with good people.
Yeah.
What's next?
Everything's next.
Everything. What an answer.
No, let's narrow it down. Scream drops. So for those, I'll touch on this quick. I know we're getting low on time. But Scream Drops is what we call our clothing releases for the horror family. Instead of just doing boring hats, we have a little bit of everything. Instead of just calling it, you know, drop 1, drop 2, drop 3, I just decided to call it a Scream Drop,
it's unique, it's catchy. The Scream Drops.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, we do Scream Drops 1 time per month. Usually in the beginning part of every month. We have one coming April 4th on thehorrorfamily.com. And that's where they drop. It's always on the website.
Description, of course.
If anything don't sell out on the website, you can find it in the shop, but they always drop on thehorrorfamily.com.
And just so you know, mostly everything always sells out.
We have been doing really well with the Scream Drops.
Very well, and I'm so proud.
Absolutely. So yeah, Scream Drops April 4th, only on thehorrorfamily.com. Then Instagram Lives, live sales. We found that pretty much by accident, but that's the new hot thing that a lot of companies are doing now. It's pretty much where we get it. You're in them.
I am in them.
This is the horror trivia
I run the trivia in
because we do giveaways.
In the giveaways.
We have a bunch of giveaways. So he comes up with the horror trivia. It's only on Instagram, unfortunately, because we can't get on multi-platforms at the moment. But that could change. But Instagram Lives, the last Friday in every month, we do an Instagram Live. Now, what's good about them is when we get hot product in, even if it sells out in the shop, we usually have something put aside for the live at the end. So if you don't make it, you know, in shop to get that hot product, you can hop on Instagram.
There's always a chance.
Comment a number, and you can easily win it. You know, but Instagram Lives are great. They're fun. They bring the team together, and it's an easy way to do shopping. What's next? I would say probably the biggest idea we've had.
This is bigger than anything we've ever done. Bigger than both of us.
I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to definitely take some time. And what did we talk about earlier? Patience. It's going to take some patience making the right moves.
Sit back and make the right move.
But if we pull this off and we get this the way we want this to go, which I think we're gonna, it's going to be the biggest thing the shop's ever done for sure.
So we just announced we're doing a partnership on something huge.
Yeah, you know, David's a big part of the horror family, so he's going to be involved heavy in the project.
Which I want to just cut you off for a minute. I just want to say thank you for, you know, bringing me into this and making me feel welcome. Like, you're really family, bro.
Well, we have no horror family without the people, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Like, you know, I can't just be a one-person show and build a brand. You know, everybody who loves horror, we all tie in together at some point. I mean, you can love Tim Burton movies that kind of have, you know, they're cute, but they're a little, you know, I don't want to say sinister, but they're a little on the horror side a little bit, right?
Wes Cravens. And
it's the scary cuteness, and then you have your real sinister movies, you have your slashes. We just all tie in. When I built the brand, that was the goal. It was to build the family, and David's definitely a big part of it. And we
definitely something for everybody.
Yeah, and we have a couple others, right? We have a couple really rock solid people that's a part of like the inner circle. Oh, that's another thing. The inner circle.
That's on Facebook.
Facebook.
Maybe soon branch into other platforms. We don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah, if you guys have Facebook, it's called the Horror Family Inner Circle, and what that is pretty much, a little bit of the tighter group, a little bit more of the like intimate circle, if you will.
I
Well,
would say it's. I hate cutting you off.
No,
I
it's
would
fine.
say it's like building the community, like outside of Instagram. Like,
yeah, and we just have fun in the group. I mean, we post memes in there, just stuff to kind of make you laugh throughout
stuff
the day.
we get, memes, just we talk, we have a good
Karate,
time.
it's a nice safe space where if you love horror like all year, like we do, I mean, you can go in there and post Michael, Jason, whatever you want in March and April, and it's welcome. It feels like that's what we all want to see anyway.
You can be yourself without getting judged. That's the biggest thing about the horror family that I think we do.
And I mean, let's be honest, there's a ton of horror groups out there on Facebook, and that's cool and all that. But I wanted our group to feel like it's, again, the THF family, where it's pretty much like if we have a new product coming out, you might see it there first. If we're going to do something like a movie night with the crew, we can post that into the group, and whoever in the group wants to join us can always join us. If we're going to conventions,
which we do, we usually go to all the conventions that are around us.
yeah, and for those that are watching that know us, like we always invite everybody who's a part of the horror family to everything we do, because that's just what it is. It's a team, It's not just me. I mean, I might be the face of it, of course, but it's me with everybody else. We're all
not just employees and cold corporates.
It's not. We don't even have a corporate.
No,
I'm the corporate.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
It's just all of us. We build one team and one family, and
it's one good family, one good group.
Yeah. I mean, guys, I'll get you whatever you need, pre-order items. I'll go above and beyond if I can for you guys. I always try to help out with pricing as much as I can, make sure it's affordable for people. I know it's a tough economy right now, so if I can help in any way, I always do. And we're building a team. That's all I can really say about that. It's amazing. But what's next? Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Something big.
Last minute before we wrap this up, Matt, I just wanted to tell you something.
Yeah, we recently just started buy sell trade, which we've never done before. We are at 1 year today, actually, in the big space, but a lot of you don't know we're almost at 2 years completely. We opened smaller, but we've never done buy sell trade. Now we do. So if you got, even if it's open figures, Funko Pops, anything that you guys have horror related that you guys want to get rid of, you can shoot us a message on the Horror Family and tell us what you got. And if it makes sense, we'll give you some credit. We'll give you some cash, whatever you want. And we can also trade items too. So that's been also a big help as well. So bring me your stuff.
And I just want to give a shout out to Hammy last night.
Oh, yeah, Hammy, man.
He donated something for the live for a giveaway. And that piece was
Let's
awesome.
touch on this. Let's get a little closer to the camera.
Yes.
So, guys, I've never been
something
one to...
else too. A mascot. We got a mascot too.
Well, I've never been one to we're gonna talk about Bone Daddy.
Yeah.
I've never been one to wear glass. I honestly didn't even know like glass was like custom made jewelry. But this guy Hammy, shout out to Hammy. He yesterday he comes into the shop and he's like, "Hey, for your live tomorrow, I want to donate something to a giveaway." And it was the one that people love the most.
So if you want to see something, if you want to give somebody something for a giveaway that's a really cool horror item, you could always come in and donate. You don't need to.
That's
always
obligated. Welcome. It's always welcome.
But it's welcome.
We do about 6 or 7 giveaways per live. So if you have something that you want to give to the people or do like Hammy did and really make the people happy, like we gave that to somebody, I know we made their day. Thank you, Hammy. And also we're going to actually have these eyeballs for sale, which they're actually on our logo if you see our logo. But these are glass. These are really nice. It's hard to see because we're far. Let me get a little close. But
I see.
You can have an eyeball on glass. But yeah, all right, good. We touched on that. Oh, Bone Daddy.
That's actually Bone Daddy's eye.
It is.
You notice in our mascot, his name is Bone Daddy.
Yeah, he's on the back.
The people voted.
It's hard to see.
There he is.
Did you see?
Oh yeah.
All right,
we took out his eye for our original logo.
We took out his eye.
But now he's our mascot, so we're cool with him.
We're cool with him. And the name, We did not make that name up.
No, it was voted.
We put it to a vote. It just happened to win. And
All
honestly,
you perverts voted Bone
it
Daddy.
was, I know, right? That sounds crazy. Let's be honest here. Bone Daddy, I'm looking at it like Bones.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the daddy of Bones.
We're family oriented here.
There's some crazy people out there that
it's for horror, but
think
we're fairly
the other way.
oriented. It's PG-13.
Yeah, and again,
R.
that name won by a landslide. It was by like
Oh, yeah.
17 votes. So that happens to be the name of it. But yeah,
I think we touched up on everything though.
I think we did.
And if we didn't, you know, I'll always be back.
Are you
I always come
Terminator?
back. I'm the Terminator. I'm Chucky. I'm the man. I am D Money.
That's right, Big D Money.
Big D Money. That's me. But everybody, I want to say thank you for watching. I want to thank Matt for allowing this to happen again. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And I look forward to working together.
You know, big thank you to Big D Money over here. I think you're my only interviewer. You know, but
Let's keep it that way, people. Stay off my property now.
yeah, no, you
It's
guys
not
have been
turf.
amazing. I want to thank everybody who watches right now.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody who steps foot in the shop. Just, you know, whether you support with a $3, you know, purchase to as much as you want to spend in here, it's all, you know, a huge thank you. I can't thank you guys enough.
Every like, follow, subscribe, everything.
Everything.
Comment. It's greatly appreciated.
When we post an Instagram picture, every like on it, every message we get, I'm thankful for it all, guys. Everything. It really makes doing this, you know, much more fun, of course, and obviously allows us to stay open so we can have a place like this in the city of New Bedford, because there's really nothing like it.
No.
We touched on that a while ago, and it still remains that to this day. So a big thank you to everybody. Can't say it enough. Thank you for your support. TheHorrorFamily.com. If you're not close to the store and you want to support, TheHorrorFamily.com. We have everything in shop, online. We do fast shipping here. If you order something, it'll be out within a day or two. HorrorFamily.com.
Link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Keep shining no
Thank you,
matter
guys.
what.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.